I like Orezi. I feel like Orezi has what it takes to be mainstream. But he's not been very impressive with the songs.
He's consistent. His videos don't give us. I mean, he's always had another video the other time before he goes down, another first video.
And he's had some really good. He has some really good songs.
Orezi is not a headliner in this country. Why?
Most of you artists lack what Vico has.
The
confidence and the majesty Vico has. You guys don't have it. Even the guys at the top don't have it.
Can I say something?
And he's right.
Can I say something?
How many people can engage people on social media the way because
you know what I want to say to both of you?
You understand?
May both of you not be used as a comedy relief.
So if you're lacking in a certain area, make sure
make it up from the other side.
So are you saying, like, for a Flavor, for example, who's not all vocal, he needs to learn to, every time he does that with his show.
You understand? Show off some flesh. If you can't speak to me, just show me your skin.
So
because if you want to start counting,
has debt, but I'm telling you, if Two-Face is relevant today,
yes, it is
still relevant.
I'm not saying you don't understand. No, see, let me get my point across. I'm not saying that they're not both relevant. They are. See, where Two-Face even Two-Face gets it, P-Square, where Two-Face gets it and P-Square lack, P-Square make up for it. P-Square, their stage performance kills. If you want someone to come and give you wah, it's P-Square. All those things helps them. It helps them. I'm talking about their music quality, the lyrics.
So you mean they are making noise?
No.
What's that song you quoted?
Okay, let me move that off the table. All I'm saying is, in terms of quality of music, P-Square and Two-Face has quality of music, which is why Two-Face does not rush and release singles, which is why that's what we're talking about. P-Square have to rush and release because their music doesn't last long. It's like Iyanya too. The artists that release every second. Every second. Why? Because after 3 months, people they're looking for the next song. Because after 3 months, you have heard it, you don't want to hear it again. You are done. That is, unless it's a personal
that seems to be a formula. We'll come back to that formula.
It's a formula, yeah.
We'll come back to that formula after we speak to the two guys who have just mentioned, Two-Face Idibia and then the twins, and then we're finding out what if they've been around for a long time and how have they managed to stay afloat. Okay.
I think it's first of all is the music. You know, my music. When I do my music, I try to make it timeless. I try to make it in a way that, you know, it's not something you listen to today and then by tomorrow you don't tire to listen to it. You know, so I think that is also in the hearts of people. It's timeless. And then I think, you know, my fans are amazing. They're the most loyal fans in the world. So they make sure I'm still there. You understand what I'm saying? They support me every time. You know, and I mean, the grace of the Almighty, man. The grace of the Almighty. I move with trends cautiously. I mean, sometimes we set the trends, but sometimes the trends come and you flow with them cautiously. You don't have to flow with them and lose your essence. You understand what I'm saying? So I definitely do flow with the trends sometimes, but I still try to maintain my quality and maintain, you know, I still try to maintain my quality so that, you know, I'm very cool. And anybody that's cool, I'm cool with them. That's how I live my life. Age doesn't have anything to do with how I relate with people. You understand what I'm saying? Highest way age go do be say, I feel advice. Based on say I've been there and I've done that and I've seen some things. You understand? But apart from that, man, hey, to Baba, you there now? What's up? Oh boy, I do. Our body, everything cool. What's up today? I'm gonna hang out now. Back. Okay, we know fit. Okay. Thank you. Next time. you know, and that's just it for me.
Well, first of all, I have to say grace. You know, you need that divine grace to be able to be there that long, to be able to keep up. Then, humanly wise, I think you have to make sure that whatever you do, you don't overshoot yourself. I remember, for instance, when we were having the collaborations with Akon and Rick Ross, we saw how the platform, you know, took P Square very high, and we were like, okay, if we keep doing this, definitely we'll get to a level where people will be like, okay, where is the way forward? There's no other way anymore than downwards. So we had to like pause there and kind of regulate ourselves by going to do something totally different from collaboration or putting yourself on a high platform. That's how we came up with Alingo. Alingo was not a collaboration, it wasn't even international collaboration, it was just a P Square song for P Square and P Square alone, shot and directed here in Nigeria. You know, you kind of bring it back local, bring it back home. The secret for P Square, I think, has been me always regulating how they push high. No matter how they want to push, we'll get to a certain point to be like, okay, stop there, bring it down, bring it back home, bring it back home, bring it back home. We'll stay back home again, then all of a sudden we'll take it high again. You know, it's like being in somebody's face for a very long time. You tend to like not have value for that person again because the person is already on your face. Sometimes you just go to like kind of leave the scene a bit, then come back again and be like, oh wow. You know, they will notice your changes and they will notice your comeback. But just being there over and over and over is what they call the see me finish syndrome. They see you finish. So it's good for an artist to always regulate their materials, what they are putting out to the fans, and don't overshoot yourself. Even if you are called by Dr. Dre or the big likes of Jay-Z, yeah, it's a good, nice concept. Do a collaboration with them, but still come back and bring it local. Bring something local to your people. Let them know that he has such as I'm being recognized out there, just like Fela. No matter how high he gets, he still brings it back home. Bring it back home. I think that's just the secret. Always bringing it back home.
Okay, interesting. Still in search of a formula. Usually people will say the same thing: consistency, grace of God. It's in search of a formula. Look at the idea of controversy. Sometimes it is believed that generating controversy.
You are the king of controversy.
But he's right.
Man.
Okay.
You are the king. He's the king. He started the trend.
Mine wasn't planned. It just.
I mean, Rugged Man
What do you
stories.
mean it wasn't planned? You want a freaking 2 verses, 2, 3 verses. And you say it wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't planned because, see, I was an upcoming artist. At least thank God I'm saying this again on an international show. I was just an upcoming artist.
And then you planned?
No. Look, I was tired of mediocrity being celebrated. It's like, I love rap. You don't understand how I love rap music and how I love entertainment. But I'd rather people celebrate creative, originality than celebrate someone who I see who all he does is wait for him to just bring the gist. He just do his own, the talk. That kind of thing. And people go, the talk. You know, like with the gist that just started is like, what happened? And pushed to the corner. So to me, I just told myself.
So in your mind now you're an activist?
You see, it just happened.
But controversy keeps you in the face of the people.
Yeah, but it now depends on whether it's negatively or positively.
Okay. Intentional versus unintentional. Sometimes it's intentional, like mentioned earlier. Adekunle Gold and Simi.
Adekunle Gold, Simi and Fowles. They have a triangle.
I don't think they actually started out with that. I think it just happened.
Is that intentional?
No, it just happened.
Actually, it happened.
People just kept talking about it.
People started talking about it, but they now took it now and now made it intentional. Because what happened was Falz and Simi started doing some music together. So people started to but we don't see me with Adekule now. What's happening? Then they now realize, okay, let's keep the real boyfriend, and then let us use this new boyfriend.
But you sure he's the real boyfriend?
Adekule is the real boyfriend of
How do you know? How do you know?
It's the real boyfriend.
It's alright for me. As long as in the triangle, Adekule is not dating Falz, we're good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so look at someone like Timaya.
Timaya has had so much controversy though. Timaya is controversial, but
his wasn't planned.
His is never planned.
He never plans his.
He never planned. I think it's his personality. His personality is kind of a bit explosive, and then so if you have an explosive personality, you are bound to have
attract controversy.
Yes, you know what? Attract like Burna Boy. You are bound to have controversy. But if you don't have that kind of personality,
well, I don't have an explosive personality.
You speak your mind. That's explosive. As a celebrity, you shouldn't speak your mind just because. You can't. You are speaking to millions of people. You can't just say, oh, today I feel like telling you that this guy is... No, you can't just do that.
But it's freedom of speech.
Because people listen. They want to know what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I can do that because people know that's what I do. That's what I am known for.
So I should now become a real personality so people will now forgive me for...
Well...
The reason I ask this is because I think Timaya is an outstanding example of someone who... I don't think they necessarily have the world's best PR team behind him from day one. But Timaya is probably the most relevant from his generation or at this point.
Yeah, because he's kept the music good.
And he's been consistent. Apart from that, consistent.
He's consistent.
Timaya has been very consistent. Like I literally.
So what's consistency in now? Exposure or in bringing the music?
Bringing the music.
The music. And like I said,
one thing you can never fight is success.
Okay.
It's success. You can be the most arrogant human being.
What is success?
Success, consistency, being very
success
relevant.
In the industry. Is it material wealth?
Both.
He shows off. He shows off on it. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Skibby shows off a lot.
Who the hell is Skibby?
But is Skibby that successful an artist? Not yet.
Skibby?
No, I said not yet because I'm hoping his time will come.
Okay.
You're hoping? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he's an entertainer. He's signed to my friends.
You don't try to off anybody.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay.
You don't try to off anybody.
You never know.
So talking controversy and exploding, Skibby's death didn't make him explode.
They didn't make. Theirs was an intentional. No. See, for me, I don't even think that it was a bad move to have that kind of publicity stunt. But then there was no thoughtful process.
No follow up.
There was no saying, okay, when we do it, if people react, this is what we do. If people don't react, this is what we do. There was no thought. There was no thought.
They just wanted the ball.
It was just okay. Let's do it. And
I don't think there's any time it will even fly.
But it did cause some
Faking your
controversy.
death is like committing suicide.
No. See, what if he released an album called "To the Undead" and he released an album or a song that was making a tribute to all the dead artists?
Or let's say immediately they came out to say I'm not dead. He drops an album the day after.
Something
that kind of thing. Capitalize on that.
There was no plan.
But the story didn't even fly. It did not fly.
A lot of people didn't find it funny.
Yeah, people didn't believe it from day one.
Because people no. Some people believed it. That's why they didn't find it funny. Some people believed it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't find that.
Have you noticed that a lot of our artists do not go out of their way to rebrand?
The older ones or the young ones?
Our artists generally, do we find them rebranding?
I mean, I think a lot of the artists right now, they understand that brand identity is important. Like Omami, for instance, has accepted that her big hair and her boisterous personality, that's what she runs with. So she didn't intentionally brand herself that way, but when she saw that it was working, she just now capitalized on that. Then Yemi Alade is doing the Mama Africa thing, which is Ankara, cornrows, so...
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
It's like, what he's saying is,
you carry this on
for this,
at what point
you just
Morgan
just like Dr. Sid and the Prince, they were rappers. They rebranded.
That was a situation issue.
The Prince was never a rapper.
They rebranded.
Excuse me, I would like to know. Is there such a thing as situation rebranding? You can rebrand based on situation.
Of course.
So a rapper is
Foundation can make crayfish bend. No, but seriously, to me, it's not a bad thing. If this isn't working and you can try this and it works, well, stay with it. Big example, Terry G. A lot of people do not know that Terry G can sing. He's an R&B, he's a church boy.
So he's back to singing now.
I don't know if he's back to singing, but I'm just trying to give you the example of what I mean.
What do you do for rapper?
Now sing R&B.
No.
Let me learn. So you understand where I'm taking this. Terry G started by singing, anyway, I love you and all whatnot, and he was just there. But the day he did English, Range Rover, money, millions started coming in.
That's what exactly.
He continued with that. You understand? So now situation.
Change of style.
That's the situation we're talking about.
Yeah, was singing love songs. The lady were loving it. At the point he switched to
because he wanted to make money. He didn't want the love anymore.
Praise.
Same thing. He did the same thing.
He released 2 albums.
The song he did with Awilo.
But Praise is going back and forth.
Because he has tested the new thing. He has done the Awilo thing and he has worked a bit. He's written on that for a while and then made a note to say.
He's actually doing the both because he has 2 albums.
I know.
2 albums.
Yeah. And
one is R&B, the other one is.
But what do you think actually put him out there, finally mainstream everywhere? It was a song with Awilo.
Okay.
And now you make money from stuff like that, then you can now still do anything else. Like when I kept telling people back then till now, you're dropping an album. If you drop an album, make sure your album has a bit of everything. If you leave it one way, all they do is listen to 1-2 songs, that's it. But if you do a bit of this, do a bit of that, sing a little here, do this, surprise people here and there. And it goes. That's a packaged album.
I think I would only accept that from.
I'm talking about a rapper.
Okay.
I'm talking about a rapper.
Generally, I would only accept that kind of album from someone who I have already seen that he can do what he can do, which is my industry. I'm an R&B singer, and I've seen you be a spectacular R&B singer.
Definitely.
Then you give me an album. Don't come as a new artist and give me
No. You have to carve your niche first.
Exactly.
You have to carve your niche first.
For me, that's the first thing. What is your niche?
Let them know if you want.
That's my problem with Praise. Praise confuses me as an artist.
As to who he is.
Because I don't know who he is. I'm like, I've heard him sing. I've heard his jollof music. I'm like, if you give me what you are first, sell me on that. I mean, I understand I'm going to use markets. You have to sell markets. But he hasn't sold me on one. Now he's had to sell me another one. I mean, I know that people are loving whatever he is giving, but for me, I'm confused. Because I don't know who he is.
The last bit of this that I would like us to x-ray is ask-kissing used to be so important back in the days to stay relevant. Yeah? Ask-kissing used to be so important. Has that vanished?
Of course.
Is there a cabal today?
What? Do you know how many people?
Agencies,
Do you know how many people kiss Chris Obosi's?
It cannot vanish. It cannot vanish. Only that now you now have to add money.
The truth is, for me, what works for me, I think it's relationship.
You run a label.
Yeah.
You have an artist who's been pretty, relevant for a while.
Yeah.
What has it taken you to keep him there?
The major thing is relationship.
Do you have to ask kiss in the process?
No. How about money?
No. At first, you have to part with some money because you're promoting a new artist nobody knows. That one is basic. Nigerians only understand
radio and TV.
That money language. But I must tell you, let me tell you a story. In 2010, when I was promoting Solid Star featuring Two-Face, 1 in a Million, I went to Top Radio myself with Solid Star to drop the CD. Coincidentally, I met Tosin Bokno. I gave her the CD. She said, "Oh, I will listen to it. If I like it, I'll play it." I said, "Okay, thank you, ma." And I give her 10,000 naira in an envelope. She took the envelope, saw the money, she returned it. She said, No, please. If I like this song, I'll play it. I went back home, bought a charge card. It was Zen then. Bought a charge card of 10K. Sent it to her by text. After like 10 minutes, she sent it back to me. Whether I like it or not, she bought my respect. I owe her, that is someone that you can't bribe with anything.
Well, she really wants to know.
But you know why?
It's still happening.
So you were lucky to meet a real person.
Yeah. I know.
It's one of those.
It's not common. It's one among 10.
Have you gone to BTFM lately?
Yeah, I've been to BTFM. I've been to everywhere.
Okay.
But then I'd not go to BTFM. You understand me? My way of promoting, I promote from grassroots. My best friends are the DJs. I use them a lot. I'm just telling you my secret. You understand? So if a Skibo song is big out there, Why you that you won't play it? You look for it and play it.
Definitely.
Is that the
You
same
understand?
reason why, I mean, Flavor and Timaya, they don't go?
No,
for
they
it? have no
Flavor
business
and
to do it.
Timaya's case is different. They started from the streets. They started from
They don't
the
take
hood.
their, they don't take their songs
So
to...
even the radio know they won't come. So you better make you plan because they don't go come.
There's no need.
Especially Flavor.
But you
understand?
know why? And a major part of it is because they're successful and they're making money.
Yes.
If they were not
They-
making
they-
money,
they-
if they weren't successful, trust me, they would be going.
That's what I
right
said.
to
They
the
started
station.
being successful from the streets.
Yeah, I
The
know, I
street-
know. I said that's
Yeah,
why
you
they can
understand?
afford
When the-
not
when-
to
when
go
the
to the
streets-
radio
when
stations
the
like
street-
that.
When the street starts you off, unfortunately, everyone just has to follow.
Yep.
Because once you get the streets, you get the mass market.
So that, was that what's pushing Olamide now?
Somehow Olamide cut across the street and
Both.
the
Olamide had management that wasn't streets, so that helped him to realize that he didn't wait to blow on the streets fully before he came to
But the street,
mainstream.
I was saying to a friend of mine that the Ayuba, Pasuma, deity in the mindset of setting youths on the streets has been clearly replaced by Davido, Wizkid,
Olamide.
and Olamide.
Yeah.
They have their faces on Keke and Pep now. They're wearing it on their T-shirts. So what did it take to get that level of love? It was just street attention, right?
street
Yeah.
attention
Is it
and
still
again
DJs, Alaba people? That's the way to go?
yes.
It's a bit of everything.
Yeah, but even Alaba right now, Alaba is going into extinction.
Yeah.
They are fading. They are fading because of internet.
A lot of the music
You
people play
understand?
now is not, it's not,
People
it's not-
before
How
5
much
years
is that?
ago, Alaba will buy your music for 30 million, 20 million because they will sell. Lagosians buy CDs. I know when you're selling, you're making money in numbers. Definitely, you do what you're supposed to
investing.
do. You invest. But they're not investing anymore because nobody is going to Alaba to do anything. The internet has taken over. These bloggers are taking over everywhere.
It's even about to get worse.
You understand?
So part of relevance also would be that the artists understand what happens on the internet.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How to play with the numbers, the
Yes,
figures,
yes.
the streams of
So that
download.
brings us back to Timaya and Flavor.
Are they
That
going to lose out if they don't know?
definitely they will need the radio one day. They will definitely need the radio one day.
I'm sure they have their management. So the management, they won't even wait for the Timaya to
You
go
understand?
to the radio.
It's just
The
to know that
management will
we
what
are
to
entering this a different phase. You cue in.
Okay.
You understand?
So it's-
Because they won't say
people
no
do
to them. They're already big. They're already big already. Nobody will say no to them.
Okay. So we will get a chance now to have you talk about this, conclusively.
Okay.
What would you say from how many years now?
Give or take 13.
13 years, the controversies, you fought the powers that be, you've been through almost everything that there is. What's the secret, really? What's the one thing that you will pass on as the ultimate factor to hold on to if you want to stay afloat?
Drum roll, please. I'd probably say I'll have to add creativity to it again.
Once again.
The God. PR. You need to have great relationship with people, not just the OEPs, but all the artists and everybody else.
Okay.
You need to have that,
Okay.
and then have the good music.
Good music,
Yeah.
great PR,
Yeah.
creativity,
Yeah.
and you will not put God out of it.
No, that's why I said God. Oh yeah, then don't forget money.
Okay. So would you bring God into it conclusively?
Honestly, I'm a child of God. Before they say this one, they like God. No. But for me, it's like I've seen so many successful people who do not believe in God. So that's why I know that God is an amazing factor to have. But I like to just always take away God because we like to, God.
A lot hide behind that.
Yeah, a lot of people hide behind that. Even successful people hide behind God. Say, oh, it's God. Tell us about your hard work. Because there's a lot of hard work behind there. Which is, hard work is not for me, it's consistency. You want to remain relevant from 10 years to now. You have to just be consistent. Really. And then know when to evolve. You must be looking and know that, okay, now I must change this. Okay, now I must up my game to do this. Because it is what 22-year-olds are doing right now. We can't imagine. But we know what they're doing because we know what's going on. We're either following them on Insta. I have to follow some 22-year-olds. Honestly. I saw one new trend about one choker and I was like, God, do I have to wear this now? Do I have to wear this? But I have to. If not, they'll know my age. But it's what's in fashion. It's what Gigi Hadid is wearing in New York. So we're wearing it in Lagos.
Okay.
So you have to know when to evolve. You have to be consistent. That for me beats a lot of other things.
Okay. Finally.
For me, I think hard work, perseverance, being able to be very patient, you understand, and understanding what business you're into, changing with the changing times, what happens next, what's happening here,
being able to adapt to
adapt to situations as it unfolds. So that is it for me.
That's it for you. I really don't know how to thank you guys, but I'm really grateful you came around. Thank you so much for all that, the inspiration that you have dropped and all the knowledge. Thank you so much for giving us a chance to go into your head. And if you are finding a reason to understand the formula that works with staying relevant in the business of entertainment, music precisely, I'm sure you've had a very splendid 30 minutes. We'll take a short break now so we can enjoy what it's like to have a comic view to the subject matter in question.
Yes, we are now here to wrap up everything that has been discussed in this plenary session. It's a jungle out here in this industry. They say it's a dog-eat-dog world. No. In this industry, it's a rabbit catch fellow rabbit industry that we are in now. Everybody they vex. Everybody they are angry. And everybody needs to stay on top. And true, from my own definition, to be relevant is not just who is reigning. To be relevant is if you are reigning, is affecting or helping society. Some of these boys, they reign, and drink champagne, carry some things that they usually carry, and then they unreign, or they disreign, or they re-reign, and then they struggle to come back again. So I want to give you just 1 or 2 tips, dear entertainment people, on how to stay relevant in the game. Number 1, be on social media. Talk about anything and everything that happens on social media. Even when you don't know anything about it, just talk about it. That's how one entertainer goes say, good luck, now doctor of economics. And that person career die from there. So don't be like that person. Just talk up. There's somebody I know, anything will happen, he go write long article for Instagram. We know they read and reach the end, but we not saying they talk. So even when they said they sack him from work, he went through the pain of videoing himself driving to the office. Because if they sack him, security will break that camera, catch him. So for him to be videoing himself into the office, he stayed relevant. Talk about anything. Or be like Alibaba. Choose a color. Anything you see that has a color, post it. Post it, just be posted. Alibaba, I don't know what purple do Alibaba or which Alibaba do purple. Anything Alibaba see with purple, he post. He see rabbit, purple, he post. He see lion, purple, he post. Everything post. Pick a color. Me, I've picked green. What are you picking today? Pick a color so that they start to look out for you on your social media page. And whatever you do, reign. That's why a lot of people like Olamide, they sing. He just they sing. They sing. Keep singing, keep doing something. Whether they walk or they walk, they hear your voice. Just keep doing something because this industry is red. Coupled with the recession. So just do something, anything. If not, if you sit and wait for things to come to you, my brother, you don't hang on. A word is enough, even for the unwise. And I've said more than a word. Let us go to sleep now. Night don't come.
Well, now you know what it's like from his perspective. Anyway, more importantly, we hope that you, once again, are looking at the industry from a different perspective and understanding precisely what the inner workings are like. More of that back scene talk about the entertainment industry. We bring to you, same time, same station. Keep a date with us because we would be ready and right back. See you then.
Keep watching the G's, baby. Don't say this calabash, don't say tonto to quarrel, don't say this katash, don't jazzy, don't limit, don't say this and that, wipe this spread them to the quarrel, don't say this or that, too much cannot sing the air, Buhari this, Buhari that, everybody watching your back, hey, you enter the until the gist, Swiss, don't to the beat, some people thief money, hide them for Swiss, all this involved.